Quad Cities, TV6 cares for you. You're watching KWQC TV6 Davenport, celebrating 75 years. Live from the Quad Cities' #1 station for news. This is KWQC TV6 Quad Cities Today at 11.
Topping your news at 11, another apartment building in the TV6 viewing area has been evacuated due to safety concerns. Thanks for joining us this midday. I'm Kyle Kiel in for Morgan Otier. She's on assignment. Thursday afternoon, Fulton, Illinois police were notified of issues in the north and northeast exterior of the apartment building. That's located at 1206 4th Street. Now here's a map of the 4-unit building with people living in 2 of the units. Last evening, those residents were told they needed to leave on the advice of the fire department. Access will continue to be restricted until the building can be inspected by a structural engineer sometime today. Now 4th Street from 13th Avenue to 12th Avenue is closed to traffic. Police say a resident in a neighboring structure has also been evacuated. TV6 has a crew on scene today, and we will have the latest on our evening news tonight. We're also learning more about a recent shooting in Moline that sent a man to a local hospital. According to Moline police, on December 1st, they were called to the scene of a 30-year-old man complaining of stomach pain on 15th Street and 15th Avenue. He was taken to the hospital where it was discovered that he had a bullet in his stomach. Now, 35-year-old Cantrell Williams, on your screen here, of Rock Island, was arrested after an investigation. He's facing several weapons charges connected to the shooting. We do not know the condition of the man or the name of the man who was shot. The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to block a new Illinois law banning high-power semi-automatic weapons. It bans the possession, manufacturing, or sale of semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. A gun rights group and several others brought forward an emergency appeal. Governor J.B. Pritzker said he wouldn't have signed the law if he didn't think it could survive a court challenge.
I still believe that as everybody that voted on the law and voted for it, that this is not only a legal undertaking, an appropriate undertaking to keep and safeguard the people of the state of Illinois, but a constitutional one too.
Justices did not comment on the refusal to block it. People who owned the weapons before Pritzker signed the bill into law last January have until January 1st, 2024 to register them. Time for a check of the first alert forecast. We're taking a live look outside at our sky view. A little bit more cloud cover today, but we are still in store for a very warm mid-December day. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens joins us in the Weather Center. Kyle, we're 10 days away from Christmas. We're like, what, less than a week away from winter. Not feeling or looking like either.
No, 10 days away from Christmas, 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Yeah, 50s. This is like November, early November weather, maybe even October normal. It's crazy. And we are going to see some activity. You mentioned those clouds, Kyle. Yeah, we got some cloud cover that's moving in, all thanks to the system out to the southwest. We will be seeing this rain start to overtake the area. Come tonight, overnight, will remain dry for the majority of the day and also very warm. Look at this, 52 degrees at 11:03. How about that? South wind at 8. Feels like 52 out there. It is definitely a warm one and going to be a warm one today as we could approach the mid-50s. 52 right now, Moline again, 48 Muscatine, 53 Burlington, 50 out in Mount Pleasant. Good afternoon to you folks. Or I guess we're still morning, so we have to say good morning yet, but a little cooler up to the north, 44 Bacokina and Clinton. Rain moves in tonight. Weekend, we'll have that rain to deal with on Saturday. Kind of a messy day, but we do dry out for Sunday. Long range, as Kyle mentioned there, this warm weather is going to stick with us. The pattern not really looking like it's going to break down till maybe after Christmas. There's that rain moves in tonight. We'll be tracking that. Also talk about if there is any chance for a white Christmas. Details coming up.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, despite the warmer weather, if you notice yourself feeling a bit down frequently and sad, mental health officials say that you could be experiencing seasonal affective disorder, which is common heading into the colder months. TV6's Joshua Blount spoke with local health officials who understand what effects the disorder can have.
Mental health professionals say seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, common during the fall and winter, is when a person overall doesn't feel like themselves. Matthew Martinson, owner of QC Counselor, says when this happens, the person experiences symptoms of major depression for a temporary period.
Like losing interest in the things that we once found pleasurable, hypersomnolence or sleeping way too much, could be weight gain, could be weight loss. Sadness, depression that occurs in most every day.
Richard Whittaker, CEO of Vera French Community Health Center, says SAD, like seasonal conditions, can be triggered when a person's routine significantly changes.
People who go from a first or second shift to a third shift where they're literally working all night long and then trying to sleep during the day, sometimes they can fall into a problem with their sleep pattern and a problem with their natural body rhythms, and that can trigger seasonal affective disorder.
Whittaker says 2 common ways of treating SAD is by increasing vitamin D in some form or using light therapy.
But you have it sitting off to the side while you're doing your daily work in the morning, usually early in the morning and first thing, and then for maybe about an hour every day. Have this thing going while you're doing your work. If you're able to, just set it off to the side on the desk and just have it be in your peripheral vision for about an hour every day.
Martinson says it's also important to do things you enjoy to get yourself out of the slump.
I encourage folks to create like a seasonal toolbox. So something that they can use to fill their days with value, with meaning, with things that are important to them. So this is a time of year that I stay extra close with family, friends. Maybe we do some game nights that we wouldn't normally do during nicer months. Maybe these are times that I explore some new hobbies, like I finally get around to doing the painting that I've wanted to learn that I just haven't had the time for.
Officials with Vera French Community Health say overall, it's always good to be proactive.
But talk to your doctor. If you typically suffer from seasonal affective disorder, before you get into that wintertime blues time of year, talk to your doctor and look at some options.
Joshua Blount, TV6 News.
Vera French Community Health staff says about 1 in 5 people will experience some kind of seasonal affective disorder during their lifetime. Well, some Quad Cities families will be getting a new bed to use this holiday season. Earlier this morning, Slumberland partnered with Bethany for Children and Families, to donate 40 mattresses, frames, and box springs. It's part of the Making Homes for the Holidays program. This is the 15th year that Slumberland has made that donation. Well, happening this weekend, Wreaths Across America will conduct a remembrance ceremony at the Rock Island National Cemetery. At the Rock Island National Cemetery, Wreaths Across America will conduct that ceremony at 11 o'clock. That'll happen tomorrow. Now, it's held to make sure that no veterans are forgotten this holiday season. If you would like to sponsor a wreath, you can visit Wreaths Across America's website. And on Sunday, the Quad Cities Veterans Outreach Center will be hosting a drive-through food giveaway. It runs from 8 to 10 a.m. at the Outreach Center on West Locust Street in Davenport. You must register at the Veterans Outreach Center to receive a food basket. Coming up on Quad Cities Today at 11, the Israeli government vows to continue the fight against Hamas in Gaza and the new push from the Biden administration for more target attacks.